are helping a lot, if you know
That's
what I
right.
mean.
I'm doing the dry out this week to finish up this incredible 60 days of slicing and dicing. And then right back into, after we do the shoot here, right back into supporting everybody doing the 60-day Titan Medical Challenge. This is something for anybody and everybody. And I know that we talked about this last week and we're talking about it again now, that jump on over there. And I got a lot of messages through the Titan crew about people signing up to do this challenge. Johnny, take us through this challenge.
Sure. So we originally were going to do 90 days. We decided, you know what? Let's do 60 days. Very concentrated, very quick. We can get through these 60 days, maybe, and more people will be able to stay on the bandwagon the whole time. So we're doing a 60-day Titan Transformation Challenge. That means from day 1 to day 60, whoever has the best transformation is going to win. So they got to show progress through those 60 days. It's real simple and easy. You can be a Titan patient, and if you get any therapies, you can automatically be entered into this contest. If you're not a Titan patient, you're a Titan supporter, and you don't need any therapies or whatever it is, you just want to, be a part of it, you buy a Titan t-shirt, you get it sent to you. At that point, you can be in the Titan Challenge too as well. So we have a web page that's up. So on the website that we can give the link to, and people can go right to it and see all the rules and how to enter. It's real simple and easy. To begin, you're going to send us, a starting picture of yourself front, side, and back. That picture is not going to be posted, so if you're worried about what you look like in these pictures, don't worry about it. That's not going to be up. What will happen is every week you'll make one static post and one story talking about your journey, or maybe showing a picture in the gym or wherever you're at. And at that point, we will take these pictures every single week.
And we froze for a second.
Oh, we did?
We did, huh?
We did.
That's what I was looking at the internet to see.
He's back. He's back.
Okay, it's his.
Okay. All right. So I don't know where I ended, but
will you pay your electric bill, please?
All right. So technology is great when it works, but when it doesn't work, it is what it is. All right. So 60-day Titan Transformation Challenge. You can either be a patient, buy a therapy, or you buy a t-shirt from online from the website. You can be in the Titan Challenge. All you have to do is you're going to send your first pictures, right? Your progress pic, your front pic, side view, and a back pic. And that's going to go directly to us every single week. That's not going to be posted if you don't want to post it. But what you will have to do is you will have to make one static post and one story post each week talking about how your journey is going, or taking pictures in the gym, maybe the therapy that's helping you, whatever it is, I don't care. You can be original, be organic. It doesn't have to be crazy. After that, when we go through and we hit the 60 days, a group of us, it'll be probably me, Mike, Mona, and maybe Tsikouris, we're going to pick the winners of the Titan Medical Transformation Challenge. We're going to pick one male and one female. So it's real fair and easy across the board. So at that point,
I like it.
Yeah, whoever can do the best. And remember, if you're on Titan Therapies, it's probably going to expedite the results for you. So if you're not in any Titan Therapies, you can still get on it even after the contest begins and start utilizing some of those different therapies. So the last contest was awesome. The transformations were ridiculous. And the one guy that had his transformation was just super ridiculous. And I talked to Mike about it. He's still on the path, and he's just looking more and more ridiculous as it goes. So
right.
Really proud of some of these people. And I want to be able to motivate people. And the best thing is the winner, both male and female, are both going to get free HRT for 3 months. Or
wow.
If they can't get HRT, they'll get free 3 months of therapy up to $375 each month. They don't want any therapies, they just want cool Titan gear, they can get $375 worth of Titan gear every single month, just for the 3 months. And then we'll do another contest maybe later on in the year. But this will get everybody, hopefully, if you had a New Year's resolution goal, you're still on that New Year's resolution goal. People coming from the Titan crew can keep going and still have something to win, right?
Yeah, I love it.
And, if people don't win, let's say you don't get first place, there might even be something for you down the road. Let's put it that way. Because last year I was just really grateful that it was our first challenge. Had so many people doing it that I gave like half off the therapies to everybody that was in the challenge. So at least they got some sort of value out of it too. And if they want to try a therapy, it was half the cost. So, I mean, it really was a win-win for everybody.
Real quick, just for everybody that's watching, again, HRT, if that's something that you need or can do.
Yep.
When he says therapy, that's amino acids,
Peptides,
peptides, L-carnitine. It's just
libido
very
enhancers.
simple stuff that anybody B12 shot. So there's a simple stuff. And then when he's talking about the clothing, again, what he's wearing right there, I recommend. Just no matter what you're doing, pick up this bad boy here. This is like very comfortable.
You love that one,
I
huh?
love this one. I mean, if I could wear this every day, I would.
I'm gonna get one of these then.
It's Tuesday. It's Dora Day, so this one's always pressed and nice by Dora, my girl.
You know what I like about this challenge, John? You don't even realize probably how many lives you are actually helping to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And you got to be stupid not to enter this challenge. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're going to get something out of it on top
So
of
wouldn't that
being
mean
in
to
shape.
win? And it's
You're already in shape. You shouldn't get shit. You should be like, I'm in shape. I'll see you. No. And you're actually getting something. So I
Yeah.
really like it. I think that, if somebody wants to get pushed, and you got Mike in your corner, and you got me, and you got, Titan Medical. So if you really want to get to the next level and you haven't done it yet, this is your chance right now. So I like what you're doing, John. This is a very smart move. You're helping people, and hopefully those people are going to motivate others to jump in on the next challenge, or to at least try peptides, or to at least do something that, because I motivate my family, my friends, and they motivate their friends and their, so
Absolutely.
it goes that way. So
Absolutely.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
I like
really
it.
cool too because it did motivate
Jake.
other people, and that's the reason we want you to do the static post in the story. So you're showing other people that you're doing it, and if other people see you doing it, then they know that they can do it too.
Everybody talks about this on when we do lives, and they're like, Mike, how do I get to be like you, or get close to how you look and what you do? Or at least you got to follow the steps.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't follow, you just sit on the couch and you look at the computer and be like, man, I wish, but I have no chance. If you think you have no chance, trust me, you got no chance.
That's right.
So you have to change your mind first, and then your body will follow. That's how it works. And trust me, nutrition is really, because we're doing the dry out right now. And everybody thinks that the workouts have to be intense and crazy. And let me tell you, nutrition is here. Like, can you see me? And
yeah.
workouts are here. So nutrition is number one. It's what's important. You got to make sure you get your proteins in. You can't miss carbs. You can't miss your fats, whatever it's on that plan, because that's what matters. And we all know that nutrition is also medicine. Because when you do check in with Titan Medical, the first thing that they ask you, and this is true, it's how is your nutrition?
right.
And that is like, they start there, and then they go by bringing in the rest of the knowledge that you need to work around the nutrition to change your body. And, they teach you. And
Absolutely.
that's why I like it.
It's very important. Very important.
Yeah. Wow. Do you want to talk?
Oh, man, those biceps
I
over
want
there.
no part of this.
Man.
You're a savage.
Do you want to
today.
say
I love
something to me right now?
it. No,
It's the realness.
I love how real you are.
With me,
I
what
try
you
to
see is what you
sugarcoat it, and I
get.
try to be there.
Not
know,
sugar or
I
nothing.
coddle them a little bit.
I love
Mona's going to cut your throat and just tell you the way it is. If you don't want to get in shape, don't. But
No.
for everybody that wants these pearls that John is going to throw at you, or Mona's going to teach you as well, it's like you can get to the best shape of your life. And John said something, I know it just kind of just naturally comes out when John talks about it, is about the AODs and the L-carnitines and the Hercules potions.
Yes.
You don't realize, I do now, holy sheesh. Wait till you guys
Yeah.
get to see my artwork this Friday. So now that I have been over annoying the heck out of John and the medical crew there, saying, hey, where's my peptides? What's going on? Hey. It's because at this stage of the game, I may be stepping into the best shape of my freaking life because of the help that Titan Medical did for me. So for all of you guys and haters and all that stuff, whatever you want, I'm the one that's in the best shape. I win this day.
That's right.
And on Friday, when I show the physique and show you what I created this time around, with the help of Titan Medical. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's. I
Pull the
can't wait
top
for
off.
the internet.
I
When we pop the top this one, and the internet sees it, and they go,
oh, it's gonna be crazy.
I don't get it. You won the universe almost 30, 20. Wow.
It's a long
25
time
years
ago.
ago.
You're old.
Back in the dark ages. And I'm going to pop the top now and look
So-
better than any of the times I won the universe, or Mr. California, Mr. International, all those. I look better today. Well, you'll see. Friday will be the unveiling of how Titan Medical has helped me get better at this
wait to
stage
see
of the
this.
game.
Yeah.
So for all of you that are going to say something today about, hey, is 35 still good enough to get in shape? Do I have time? Shut up.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
at this stage, if you really don't believe that you can keep getting better in your 40s or 50s, this
I
isn't
feel
for you.
sorry
then.
for you people if
Yeah.
that's the case. You know?
All right,
Might as
well-
curl up and die at that point.
What's the point? I don't know. We were just talking about, one of me had a conversation yesterday about the fight. We're
gotta
well.
want it, man.
We're doing good. We're fine. I could phone this in. I could be done. And I was on cardio last night late, and I was, the water depletion now. The food is, and she's like, I realize this now that you will never stop.
Yeah,
And
it
there's
doesn't
no off.
matter.
And it's like,
It's-
why? It's I know it's tough, but it's so fun for me to have it being tough.
Yeah.
So I don't know for you
Presents
guys.
the challenge.
Yeah.
Without challenge or nothing.
Yeah, without that push. Johnny, going forward now that I'd like to bring in somebody today. If is Bobo available? No Bobo.
Okay. So let's do Clark.
I'd like to bring in Clark Bartram.
Yeah.
You message Clark and see if he's ready to go.
All right. Just before Clark's come.
Bobo is the only guy. I wonder if he's just
This?
yeah.
This or
Yeah. I just want to clarify something before Clark comes on here. I'm still more ripped than Clark, okay? Before he jumps
you?
on
Are
here.
you more
Yes.
ripped than
Yes.
Clark? I don't
And
know,
my
man. This
mind
guy-
is clear. You know why my mind is so clear right now?
Tell me.
Johnny, this is between me and you. NAD, baby.
Yes.
Boom. Dropping the mic. Yes, it's working.
Limitless,
Nice.
baby.
Thank you.
You guys,
NAD.
we'll post up that video today or tomorrow for you guys to see the discussion we had for Generation Iron about NAD. I think this is a great. We got a lot of that. Really, that got a lot of reaction through the world. Where I was getting messages from overseas and everything about people talking about because I know it's a buzzword right now, NAD.
Yeah.
But just it was a
But
great talk. Thank you
Man.
for the time and the response from the
so
world.
good. So good.
It really is.
That's
guys.
it's kind of like one
a
of my
game.
favorite because it really it straightens your mind, man. It clears your mind. I don't care what it does else, but when it
does
comes
so
to
much other
it
things.
does so many
I
other
know,
things.
I know.
But for me, it's the mind because we have so many meetings. I gotta do so much through the day, and especially for people they're stressed, we brain gets so cluttered and you just don't know where to start and what to do, and NAD helps you clear out all that fog. So for me that's really important. Like I always say, it starts with the brain first. Mind.
Definitely.
Is
Everybody
Clark
thinks about a
available?
strong body. A strong body. You want a strong mind too to go along
Exactly.
with it for sure.
Exactly.
Bring him.
Wow.
Oh, I gotcha.
DNAOD.
I gotcha.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With that being said, Johnny, we have a second here. Will you tell us about NAD? Just
Sure.
a recap from last week's discussion.
Absolutely. So NAD is it's a coenzyme that's in every living cell of the body. It transfers to living cells ATP. It increases ATP inside the body too as well, which is, if you guys don't know, produces energy. This gets it going, right? Everybody wants increased ATP, so that's one thing that it does. It also starts repairing on the cellular level. So, for example, cells start going through cellular deterioration. They start breaking down. This actually revitalizes cells to a certain degree. And the other thing it does is it improves synapses inside the brain. So at that point, it makes you think a lot clearer. Starts making improvements as far as that goes. They use it right now for Alzheimer's and dementia, as far as that goes. These are debilitating cognitive diseases that have hurt a lot of people in a lot of families. I don't know if anybody out there has met somebody that has Alzheimer's disease, but when they can't remember who you are, it's really it's messed up. Like, right, I have a family member that has dementia and has Alzheimer's on both sides. So at that point, I met my grandfather who had it, and it was pretty bad when he didn't know who I was, didn't know who his daughter was. So this is something that affects people. It also affects movement too in some cases. So this will improve all motor functions as well. So NAD is really it's really a game changer. When I talk to people, and like when I started learning about NAD, it had to be about 8.5 years ago, 9 years ago. I'm the one that introduced NAD to Phil Heath and all those guys. So
and then Phil was the one that really mentioned to me over a year ago, before we got to sit down and talk about NAD and how game changer.
It is. It's a game changer. It's something that you can utilize through IV or intramuscular injections. And for me, IVs are okay, but you have to sit in a chair for 2 hours. Pharmacies want 2.5 hours per 500 milligram doses of NAD. The reason is because when you get an IV, you're going to get it and it's going to hit the bloodstream immediately. That increase of ATP is going to do a couple things, and if people don't know it, they're going to freak out. And that's one, tightening the chest. So it tightens the chest, makes them real flush, and they start freaking out for it. So if you don't want that feeling, you can take it intramuscular. And that's what we do for a lot of our patients. One, time constraint, there is none. It takes maybe 2 to 5 minutes tops. You're injecting with a little insulin needle, and you're on your way out the door. You can get the great effects per day if you want to do it, or if you want to do it just before a meeting or a certain event, you can just do it then. It's going to work the exact same whether you take it every single day or if you take it once in a great while. If you take it every single day, obviously you're going to be on point all day, every day. And it's laser focused and nice, clean energy. It's not a stimulant. So you're not going to get heart palpitations or anything like that, but you will get natural energy out of it. And the mental clarity is what everybody, they rave about. I call it the limitless drug. So when the movie Limitless came out, this was the closest thing to it, without any negative side effects like NZT had in the movie.
All right. Well, there is NAD, and we're gonna put this up on my YouTube as well as we blasted this all over Generation Iron last week on our discussion.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And the response, again, it is my number one response per my show this last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that fact that people are actually really starting to go, I do need to take care of myself, and I need to take care of myself more than just training weights and stuff. And that's what the blood work, and that's what Titan Medical is about. And that's what I would like to bring on a special guest. This guy is a champion in so many aspects, but he was a champion bodybuilder, but he's a champion in life. He is helped, and he really focuses so everybody here, you guys over 50, this guy, he really focuses his career about helping you guys over 50 years old. Now, he can help everybody. I'm just saying that this is something he really focuses on because of the aspect of where he is in his life. He really doesn't want, like Johnny and I were talking about earlier, he doesn't want you to phone this stuff in. Again, Clark Bartram is somebody that's been in the industry. He's been on TV. He's had his own workout shows. He's worked with companies throughout the world. He is somebody that you can trust when he talks about training, nutrition, lifestyle. Now, that being said, his character beats all.
Right.
The person, you might have to take over. I'm going to get all teary-eyed.
I love Clark.
Yeah. So this guy's character is at a level, and it's just, I hope everybody has a friend like this in a lifetime. He's a stand-up human, and that's why I chose him to be a godfather to my son, because he's a great representation of what a man should be. Again, so this is Clark Bartram, and there's a big important reason why we're bringing him on today. So let's bring this stud back on here right now.
Clarky.
What up, Clark?
What's happening?
Going on?
See if that will.
Right.
Hi,
Look
Clark.
at, I forgot to tell you guys, he's an amateur when he's filming himself, though. Nice. Clark. What
Yeah,
do you?
right.
He looks good, though.
He's a pro. He's the pro.
Can we see that bicep peak?
This.
Oh,
This. What do you want?
That's-
What part do you want? Come on.
ab check, ab check.
Now,
I'm
just
in
so
case
you
forgetting,
guys,
Mike, from our conversation the other day.
this guy in front of you, I know looks. What are you? 39, 40 now, right? Is that where you're at? And that's why you have the abs that you have.
Add 20 to that, and then we're getting in the neighborhood.
So you're talking about a guy that's in front of you right now for all of you. And there's very rare a guy older than me. And he's just got a little bit ahead of me. He's 60, looks like a Greek god. I think 20-year-olds want to have your physique.
Yes.
And I'm talking about girls too, though. But that being said, Clark is one of these guys that visually, again, we're sitting here looking at this guy. He's a cover model, and he's again like all of us talk about this. It's like, well, you can be a model when you're in your 20s and 30s. This guy's on cover of magazines at 60, and it's because he's good looking still. He's got the body still. He's got this whole thing. That being said, you went and did some blood work. And you discovered some things.
Yeah. So I appreciate you gassing me up and the great introduction. I love you guys as well. And it's an honor to be here with Titan Medical because I know the relationship you've created and I see how it's unfolding and the great work that you're doing with people. So I'm happy to be here today. But blood work, let's go back to the basics of what we're talking about and where we go from there. Everyone should have their blood work done. That's why Mike and I have dedicated our lives at this stage to helping people understand the importance of that, not just for reasons of getting jacked and optimizing yourself. While that's all very important, it's more important, in my opinion, coming from the position that I am now, that we understand where we're at health-wise, because we can never take for granted our health, even though we look the way we do. So I'll tell you a quick story of how I found out of a diagnosis that I have of prostate cancer. I'm sitting in the gym parking lot looking at my blood work with my concierge doctor, much like you provide here. And I'm looking at my testosterone numbers because, as you know, Mike and Mona, I'm 100% natural, don't need TRT, I'm not against it. But for me, I just don't do it because I'm not at that stage of my life where I think it's going to benefit me. So anyway, I'm looking at 784 on testosterone, and my doctor says, hey, that's impressive, that's great, but your PSA is 9.8. You might want to go to your doctor and get this checked. So I went down this path and found out through a course of events that started with blood work that I have a diagnosis of prostate cancer that honestly has elevated my game. It's given me more of a message and more of a mission and more of a purpose to really get out there and be everything that you said at the beginning. Be the guy, the mouthpiece that people will listen to because of my physical prowess, whether it's how I look or how I can perform at a high level for my age or just across the board in general. People listen. So now it's my obligation and duty because of this new information that came from blood that I have to share with men. So that's my story. And that's currently where I find myself in the middle of this process of understanding that I put myself, this is a metabolic situation, and I need to understand what is behind me getting this diagnosis. And I'm doing all of the work necessary, starting with data. And that's what blood will give us, is data. And that's what I want people to understand with every single conversation Mike has with Titan Medical and this great group that he's involved with, that it's the data that you should be looking for. Maybe there's nutrient gaps. Maybe there's something that we discover in your blood that you would never have known if you just went and bought another program. Oh, intermittent fasting, keto. All of this stuff is great, but it's useless if you don't know what is going on inside of your body. I'll shut up now.
That's right.
No, I think this is good because Johnny said something earlier, and it's a good point. And see if I said this right, Johnny. It's when you visually look at somebody, you go, that person's healthy. Nothing. I don't have to do nothing. He doesn't need to check anything. Clark goes out and actually runs routes with the football team down there,
Right.
and he schools these guys, these high school kids, not young, high school,
Right.
good athletes,
Right.
and he's out there schooling them and running. So visually, you see this guy that's 60 out there schooling these kids. He looks like a Greek god. He played Batman, and you could see why with that chin. But again, it doesn't matter how we look.
Yeah.
We can look great. We can be strong. We can be fast. We can be all these
You
things.
could feel great.
And you
Whatever
could
the-
feel
you
great.
could
He
feel
didn't.
great. He
His
didn't feel
numbers
anything.
were close to 800 on his
Right.
testosterone level. Great.
Yeah.
Right.
Not great because there's other data.
Definitely.
And we keep trying to pound this down to you guys, just trying to say, listen, do the basics. And I know you guys are talking about, do you need for NAD or AOD or any of these peptides, do you need blood work? No, you don't. But why wouldn't you do blood work?
Should.
So again, it goes back to what Clark was saying is like he went for one reason, but he discovered something that was so much bigger than he could have imagined.
Yeah. I mean, it's really super important. And Clark, I've never met you in person, but I feel like I know you from Mike. It's a great thing that you're doing this and even coming out here and being a mouthpiece and telling people about this. And like my point was to Mike, I don't know how many guys have came through my clinic that look like Ferraris and Lamborghinis on the outside and they're Pinto engines on the inside. Just did not reflect what you see on the outside. And it's kind of crazy because anybody on the outside will be like, hey, listen, this guy is like you said, like a Greek guy. He's amazing. This guy don't need to go to the doctor. And people, they have no idea because they don't feel these certain things because they might be in the earliest stages. And that's what's so important to do blood work and do diagnostic testing, because if you catch these things in the earlier stages, it's a lot easier to deal with. The only difference between stage 1 and stage 4 cancer is time. That's it. That's all it is. So at that point, if you can catch it in those earlier stages, I don't know how many people have came through our clinic and we've helped like this, like with the prostate in particular, because prostate cancer is on the rise. It is one of the main cancers that is really affecting us males because only males have prostates. So, in my family,
I live in LA. I'm finding out differently, but go on.
well, I'm sure guys can have babies there too. So
Yeah.
it's a whole different world in California.
Oh, wow.
But I'm in Florida, so here it's only guys. I mean, we got some ones that want to try, but it's only guys. But it's just super important, to check these things and to know these things and to be able to be aware of what's going on. And like I said, I've seen a million guys come through here, and we've helped so many people out with finding out these things. And just because you have a high PSA doesn't necessarily mean you have prostate cancer. So I don't want to freak everybody out there because I've seen cases where it is high. Go in, check with the finger, then go in with a biopsy, and everything's fine. It is what it is. But on my side of the family, on my other side, all of my cousins, all 4 of them got prostate cancer. 2 of them got removed. One's dead now. And the other guy, he went in remission. So at that point, I've dealt with it personally, so I understand how it is. But catching the early stages, man, you're definitely you're on the right path there. So hopefully good luck and everything goes good with that.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Clark, today. Everybody, Clark Bartram, I'll put up information so you guys can go follow him, talk to him. If you guys are guys, again, that are out there and you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you want to talk to somebody that I respect and think that can only benefit you on having him in the corner, that is Clark Bartram right there. One more pop the top.
Oh, this? You want me to do that?
Jeez,
Why would you do that?
Damn.
Cover that up.
Abs.
I think that's the only reason why you brought him in.
That's
so
the only
he could
reason.
take his top off.
Look at these guys.
I gotta make sure I got abs. I'm looking at a 6-year-old that's killing it. I'm only
keeping
42. I got
keeping
8
covered up.
years to go, man. That's a lifetime.
I love it. Thanks for hanging out, Clark, man. We love you. And again,
Love you.
we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Clark. Hope to
Okay.
meet you in person
Bye-bye. See you,
soon.
Johnny. Good meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mo.
Bye.
For you guys, again, a big thing there was that he got his blood work. He's in the fight now, and he is out there, and he's being a voice for this fight as well. And so make sure to follow his story. I think this is going to be an incredible. I think this will be his biggest story of his life, right here. again, Clark Bartram. Johnny, we have another guest that is in a situation, but again, it was interesting because he was one of our crew, Titan crew, a great guy, a good person that we know again, and we said, hey, I want you to go get your blood work. You know, you're closing in on those late 40s, early 50s, even though he looks, again, youngster. Get your blood work done and let's see what's going on. And then Titan Medical is the ones that said, hold, and we're going to move you over. So let's bring on Bobo here if he's got his stuff working.
He is.
Yeah, but he's got it on mute. Isn't that interesting? You would just assume that this guy would just do that as well. He's been working with my team over here for the last hour and a half trying to figure out how to work.
Yeah.
We got any volume on your computer there, Bobo? No, we don't. Oh, my.
Pull the headphones.
Pull the headphones, kid. Pull the plug.
Unplug them.
Unplug the plug.
Unplug the plug.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
there. Look at him. You look.
Your computer volume down.
Yeah, turn down the computer volume just a little bit.
And anything else that you have open, like if Mike's Live is open.
Yeah, if you got another phone open,
Is that better?
that's much better. Brother,
There
tell
you
us
go.
about you going off to Titan Medical here.
So I think I was out there in October. We all went and did the blood work together. I think it was October, somewhere in there. And when it came back, my PSA levels was like 4.3. And so John's crew gave me a call to review everything with me and wanted to hold off on anything as far as testosterone replacement therapy until I consulted with a doctor. And I have since then seen a doctor. He's sent me to a urologist. I went and had the prostate examination, and then they said, while we're at it, let's just go ahead and do a biopsy.
Yeah.
So the biopsy was done. I got the results back yesterday morning, and it came back out of the 10 biopsies they pulled, half of them came back as a 3+3 on the Gleason. So,
Okay.
which is low level as far as
Right.
what I'm reading so far. So they're wanting me to consult with a cancer specialist to see what protocols if we attack it now or what we may do in the future. I have no idea. So that's in the process now.
So you got lucky.
Well, knowing now, what it is, that's I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah. Because if you waited any longer, who knows what your numbers would have been in a year, like at the end of 2024.
I think also it's
So-
interesting that Titan Medical says, "Hey, we appreciate
I
you
was
coming here.
just-
We appreciate
I
you,
was gonna
but
say that.
we're sending you somewhere else."
Yeah.
And it goes back to like how Titan Medical first talked to me, and their wellness provider talked to me, and the first thing they said to me was, "How's your eating, your training levels, and stuff like that." It was like just the basic fundamentals on this. We're doing this first to make sure everything is right, and then we'll move forward. And they did this here.
Yeah.
So they've recommended holding off on any testosterone replacement therapy at this point until they've sent some of those samples off for further testing to see if anything is genetic mutation or something similar to that, or what else could it be. So we'll find out how that goes out.
Johnny, good job on the crew over there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, health is always number one importance to us. I don't care who it is, what it is. And it's not about the money. It's about helping people. Literally, the money and the success and everything we've got, I'm blessed, but that's a byproduct of doing the right thing for people. And at that point, like I said, there's so many people we've came across this with, and those are really, really low numbers, Bobo. So at that point, it is earlier stages. So you should be all right as far as that goes. And there are a lot of different options that you can come across as far as that goes. So hopefully everything goes good. At that point, we don't want to put anybody on any anabolics, especially testosterone, if they have this diagnosis, or even at a higher PSA level. The reason is because they could inflame the PSA. The PSA could go up even higher. There could be other issues. And catching it early means, one, it doesn't have as much time to spread or get any worse as far as that goes. So, that's definitely a positive that we did find that. So I'm glad you did the blood test. And I'm glad that we could at least help, get this information to you so you could do something about it and know about it. Because think about it, Bobo, you probably didn't think I had anything wrong with me at all.
Yeah,
Going around lifting, busting
my.
Mike's balls, you're like, I'll lift heavier than you, right? But, like I said, like, you just don't know. And that's why I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, do at least one blood test a year. If you don't want to do any blood testing, do it once a year just to check some of these different things. And there's a lot of doctors out there that do not run these as their basic tests. When you go into a primary care physician, unless you're over 40 years old and you say, I'm having some issues, as far as going to the bathroom and all this, they won't run a PSA on people. And this is a very basic test that they should. I mean, this is very simple. And for us guys, and especially over 40 years old, you need to get checked. Now, I haven't got the finger test yet. I'm supposed to be getting it soon. But there are some different ways that they're doing these testings now. One's through stool, so you don't even got to get a finger. And then there's another one with this imaging, which, I'm still out as far as what I think about it, but I want to see more research and data on it. But I know in the future there will be more imaging tests that they can do to possibly see if people have prostate issues or cancer or whatever it may be.
Yeah, he had done the finger test before, and then when I went in to do the biopsy, they did an ultrasound.
Yep.
At that point, then they kind of took measurements of, and he said it is enlarged, not a lot, but it's enlarged. So,
yep.
Yeah, I guess it is early stages or whatever it is, but it'll be something I can monitor every 6 months with blood test and just to see if there's any exact changes. He mentioned something about changing some diets and stuff like that. That might be
probably want to have more fiber in your diet. That's what a lot of those doctors say at that point.
Yeah, he suggested like cutting back on some red meat, maybe doing it twice.
They always go after the red meat.
They always go. They're such a typical doctor. I could replace him with $1 million doctors. They all say the same thing.
It's funny though, because no doctor has ever trained unless they've done it on the side. No doctor in medical school has ever went through nutrition training at all, and they go through about a week of hormone training, and it's very, very basic. Like testosterone is a hormone, DHEA is a sex, and that's it. And it's really basic what they learn in school. I know
we'll get rid of the red meat. That way, just when you do come out and visit, you don't eat any of my Piedmontese. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with having
I know.
tuna fish for you when you come out.
Bobo, you cannot have the chicken pound either. You ate all my meatballs.
Oh.
Listen, we're out here too, so I need to reorder.
Well, thanks again, Bobo. Thanks for taking time today and letting us know where things are. And again, it comes off of, it was great that we forced you to go do that with us, when you were here. But it's cool to see that we know we got to move forward and take care of this, and you're going to be around for a long time.
And it's early enough,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bobo, you need any other help or any other guidance in this, you contact the office. We'll make sure we take care of it with the doctor.
Yeah, definitely. I'll stay in touch with you guys just to see how this thing goes. I'll do some consultation with these guys too to see what the protocol is.
Okay.
There we go. All right, Bobo. Thank you, my brother.
I got
look good, kid. Way to get that thing working. Don't. He couldn't pull himself out of there. He doesn't even know how he got in.
Guys, can I just say one thing? Because I see a lot of comments on the side. If you guys are looking for blood testing, I see it like 3 or 4 people on the comments. Titan Medical Center can set up blood testing for you anywhere in the country. So Lala, I know you're asking about specific tests. Is there a concierge doctor, general physician? Titan Medical Center sets up your blood test nationwide. And we already have the panels laid out for males and females that are extensive right off the bat. And it's $200 for females. I'll do it. And $150 for males. So females, I give you a little bit more of the discount on this one. Males, $150. So you guys are all set. You guys just call us up. Say you heard it from Michael Hearn or Mona. And at that point, we'll hook you guys up. We'll get you guys set, and you guys can go in and get these blood tests and see what's going on.
What is this one here? When if you don't have a primary, again, the blood test itself goes right through Titan Medical. You don't
Titan
need a
Medical.
primary doctor at this time.
Exactly. You call the office and they'll send you an email with all the information that you need, and they'll answer all your questions. So it's so simple. Just call the office, put the phone number on there. I think
Look at
it's
this.
on there.
This is great.
And you guys could it's easy. Just go find the LabCorp
That is this is this
in your
is
area.
this is a similar thing. It is interesting when your primary doctor does a blood work. They don't
But they
really
don't
say
do
anything
it.
to you after the fact. If everything's cool or moderately cool, they just go, "Yeah, you're good. Bye bye."
You know how they do
They
my
don't go
physical?
over.
They don't even do blood work. They take my blood pressure.
Yep.
They check you. They check
Yep.
your breath. They say, "Okay, good. We'll see you in a year." I'm like, "Really?"
That
bitch?"
was your last.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? That's it. I'm calling Titan Medical for my blood work.
mean,
And
it's-
then when I got
it's
my blood
crazy.
work and I send it to them, I said, I got my blood work. I said, oh, can you email it to us? And I'm thinking, isn't that easy for you now? You want my blood work to see where I'm at. But doctors don't do it. They don't check what they're supposed to. They don't go deep.
Some of those
Titan
primaries
Medical
couldn't
goes-
even read some of that blood, like the IGF-1 with Z-score. I want you to bring that into a primary care physician and ask them, hey, what does this mean? Like, what does this actually tell me here? And they'll tell you IGF-1 score. Oh yeah. But the Z-score, that's none of them know it. It's hilarious.
It is crazy.
So for you guys out there, make sure hit up Titan Medical today. Check that out. Also, talk to them after you get your blood work and everything's all set up and you're good to go and everything. And they're like, okay, you can start on a possible protocol from Titan Medical. My recommendation for you guys, if now it's jumping forward to let's get in shape, let's do the Titan Medical Challenge, the 60 days. Let's really talk to them about fat burning peptides.
Yes.
And if
Everybody
it's
wants
not going to be HRT, or if you are on HRT, how much more that's going to help your body fat burn.
Yes.
So, Johnny, take us through some of your favorites this week.
Woo. Favorites this week. All right. So for fat burning peptides, obviously AOD 9604, anti-obesity drug. So this one is a good one as far as it could work for everybody out there. It's not going to have any contraindications for cardiovascular issues, nervous system issues whatsoever, like stimulants may have. This has no stimulants whatsoever in it. It's got 176 amino acid sequence out of the 191 amino acid sequence that's in growth hormone. Now it's going to give you all the benefits of the weight loss factor and getting rid of stored fat in the body without any of the growth issues, raising sugar levels. It won't give you the benefit of raising IGF-1 levels. It will not grow any parts of your face. So, all that will be out, but burning fat, stored fat that's in the body, it's going to help. Turning the food that you're eating into energy and helping you out, it's going to help with that too as well. So there's a lot of different things you can utilize AOD with too. So you can combine this with any of our other therapies out there, right? Whatever you want to use, whether it's Hercules Potion, Titan Complete, or if you're looking for a stimulant. Let's say you need some energy, right?
Complete.
You have no cardiovascular issues whatsoever. Our ECA Stack Plus, real ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. We have
Was that
different
sent out?
doses.
Was that sorry? I had to stop you. Was that sent out to me or not?
Yes.
because that's
That's
got to
in
be
your package.
right.
That's in your package, Mike. And there's
I'm sorry, everybody. I got to make sure I have some of that.
Dude, I mean, that is what I take. So there's 3 different doses because people have different tolerance for stimulants, right? Some people can't really take that much, like Tsikouris, or like me, I could probably take, the 200 milligrams, 25 milligrams of ephedrine, so the high dose, or even our red bombs, which is a little bit higher, has yohimbine in it. So with these, it's going to be great for energy, mental clarity, focus, and it's going to help with fat burning too as well. So at that point, these were the ECA, ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, been around in combinations forever,
Yeah.
right?
Since
But
the 80s.
legally, no. This is legal. Plus, we add B12 and chromium on the back end to help help for fat burning, more fat burning, and to help metabolic function too. So, like I said, 3 different doses. So if you're scared, this might be too much. We have a low dose, we have a high dose, and we have an even upper dose from that. So, and we'll be able to talk you through it, and we'll be able to triage what dose you need too as well. So don't be scared about that. Other ones after that: semaglutide, tirzepatide. These things are the monsters of weight loss. Great with curbing cravings, slowing down digestion, lowering blood sugar levels, and losing weight. Both of these are very, very, very potent drugs and work very well for everybody across the board usually. Some different things about this is they work really well. You want to exercise, you want to have a good nutritional plan, you want to sleep and drink water with these therapies. I see so many people out there that use these therapies as a crutch because they still get results no matter what. But then they complain when they get off of the therapies and they start gaining the weight back. It's because you had not changed anything in your life.
Didn't change the habits.
Got to change the habits. And these things actually are tools to help you, because if you have a curbed appetite, that means you're not hungry all the time. That means if you do want to eat, then you're going to want to pick some good foods to eat. And, with this, I heard some people complain like, oh, I heard some fitness trainers complain about these drugs and people shouldn't take these drugs because they're going to lose a lot of muscle. I understand totally, completely. You go into a calorie
They're going to lose
deficit
muscle because they're not eating as much?
because they're not eating, right? But if they eat protein, this is what I'm saying, Mike. There's so many.
There's no reason to argue against these guys. These guys are just.
I don't, because I'd be on the computer all day, and I'm not like that. So I'm not going to combat with people online, but I do know what I see. And if you eat protein and you're taking some of these different things therapy wise, you will hold on to the muscle and you will lose weight. So it's really up to the patient and what they're doing. And that's what's going to determine what they're going to get as a result in their goals. I mean,
the basic, and a person that has muscle got it because they understand that the food is the fuel to the muscle. Yes. You're not eating all the time when you're starving. You're eating when you're supposed to eat, and that doesn't change if you're not hungry. You just eat when you're supposed to eat. And that's just that's the habit we have created for ourselves. So for them saying, "Oh, you won't be hungry." I'm never hungry off season, but I still eat my meals I'm supposed to eat. You're not going to lose nothing, guys. Stop. Yeah, I love these guys that have no time in the trenches, that just want to be repetitive on something they read and go, oh, well, if you're not hungry, then the guy's not going to eat. Of course they're going to eat. Morons. Like nobody has discipline in the world. Okay. All right. Have a good day.
Yeah. It's great. But so these are great medications, therapies. Obviously IGF-1's in there too. That can be used for a whole bunch of different things. Recomping your physique, losing weight, gaining lean muscle mass. So there's a couple ones. I put that with weight loss too, because a lot of people utilize it with the therapies or the medications. So those would be the top ones I think I would go after right away.
Those are, again, I see why you would put the IGF. Anything for sleep also for me would also be fat loss, just because of the fact that you're sleeping better, which means better recovery, which means your body's burning better, working better. And I did notice that. I came to you, I think, a month ago or so. And it's something I don't know why I didn't tell you. I have you right here. And you said something about, well, how's your sleep? And I'm like, it's never good when I'm in a deficit. Yeah. I can't. And you're like, hey, we got something.
Yes.
The Serenity?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Serenity. Yeah. So for anybody out there that is having an issue, especially if you're dieting or you're just getting older, I know that goes into play too, that you don't sleep as well when you get older and older. Serenity is something that Titan Medical got me on that has helped me tremendously. Can you go into into Serenity and how it works?
So obviously, listen, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of sleep problems. There's a lot of people that don't get a good night's rest. There's usually two types of sleepers. I say this all the time. There's one person that can't go to sleep because the wheels don't turn off. There's the other sleep that wakes up all throughout the night and has to go back to bed and is looking at the alarm clock like, please let me go back to sleep. So at that point, I wanted to come up with something that was going to be really, really good for people's sleep. That was a non-narcotic, right? Non-addictive, something they could take if they wanted to take, and it would work every time the exact same way. So we came up with Titan Serenity. Titan Serenity has magnesium, taurine, and L-theanine. So L-theanine is an amino acid, and this amino acid is great for slowing things down per se, right? So if you have social anxiety, there's a lot of people out there that do.
Social anxiety.
You could take like
That's
you
mine.
could take like a quarter of this or half of this and not get tired and be able to go out
That's
into a
funny.
crowd and be chill, be relaxed, and not be freaking out and have anxiety, right? Mellow. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So it calms you down. Magnesium also has a calming effect, right? And these things will both, in conjunction, help you sleep into a deeper sleep. With that, magnesium also distributes hormones and has a whole bunch of other different benefits that goes along with it. So then you have taurine. Taurine is great for brain function. It's great for cramping. And so that's the 3, and that works well. I'm trying to update the formula right now, and I've got it in testing, where I'm going to add tryptophan in it. Now, if anybody doesn't know what tryptophan is an amino acid that's in turkey. Tryptophan makes people get tired. Okay, that's why after the big Thanksgiving meal, you're on the couch, you're like, oh, I'm so full. Tryptophan is a relaxer and will help you get into deep sleep too. So hopefully I'll be able to add that one on the before, but if not, Titan Serenity works great by itself as is. But if I can make it better, I'm going to make it better for sure, 100%.
I like it.
CJC with iPirelin, that's another good one, but
He's got so you guys just at home, there is a wellness provider that will talk to you after you get your blood work back and after you get everything. And so all your questions will be answered in a great conversation that they'll set up on a Zoom call with you. And that I've got to do this with people that we've recommended to go over to Titan Medical, and I get to sit down with them and they'll talk to you so you fully understand what's going on with you and how you can get better.
So here is the benefit of this discussion today, right? To recap
it.
You're going to join the 60-day challenge, okay? Where you get out of it is you're going to be in better shape, all right? You're going to be surrounded by mind-like people, so everybody that is going to support you through this. You're going to get free peptides. That's crazy.
If you win, yeah.
If you win.
Or HRT or
whatever that may
libido enhancers, whatever they want.
I forgot that one.
And what's really, really important, you're going to find out from the blood work if you're a man, you PSA, and see how your prostate is, and if you need any help, or if it's too late or too early to actually do something about it. Now, all the benefits from this discussion today, I'm taking all that. It's all me.
So I do want to say one thing. I hope you guys don't think that it was just about the PSA. That was an analogy for blood work. It's the information, because there's other markers on there talking about kidneys, liver, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of markers on there to say, is there things that are wrong with you? So I just want to make sure that you guys understand it's not just the one aspect that we talked about today.
Right.
But it's the full body on what's going on. And Mona started out the conversation today with the NAD, which is mind. And so how well's the mind function? And Johnny talked about this, about it is an ugly disease. And I've been around that for some charity work. And it is probably the ugliest disease.
Dementia and the Alzheimer's.
Is
it's not good.
But
it sucks.
Let's optimize the best we can at the stage we are right this second.
Take advantage, guys. That's all I'm saying. Take advantage. I mean, I would.
I will take advantage
with NAD. So like
Andy later on today.
To think that your DNA can get damaged and that NAD can help repair DNA.
Come on.
That's big, man.
That's huge.
It's so simple to say that. And it's like, why it gave me tingles. Because it's about us staying as healthy as we can, as long as we can.
Absolutely.
And if I can fix, I mean, I get working out, I get dieting and all that. But if I can fix the cells,
yes,
we got to stay in the game.
That's right.
Stay in the game. So you're welcome.
You're welcome. We're done. We're done. Thank you, Johnny, for hanging out today.
Of course. Anytime. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys.
We love you.
Sorry taking so much time, but man, you just got so much great information.
Sign up, guys. Sign up.
Sign up for the challenge. Do we have an email yet? A sign up list?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Link is here.
Okay.
We'll make sure that we'll also put the link at the very top when this video will go post. You'll see the very first pinned comment will have a link to the Titan Medical sign up list. All right. So let's get going. Let's get in there. Let's get rocking and rolling, everybody.
Let's go.
Dang, everybody's popping it.
Let's go.
Johnny, thanks, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. I'll
See
see
you
you guys
later.
very soon. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Man, great.